come on in, everybody. This is Celeste with Moments with Celeste, and I'm jumping on here a couple of minutes early because at 6:30 Central, I am scheduled to be streamed live from this page into the Crafty Bunch to celebrate the Crafty Bunch, Miss Cheryl's first year anniversary, birthday. So come on in. When you get in, go ahead and say hi. And we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, I think. I think we will. I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity to do this tonight. And once 6:30 hits, I will explain more about what it is we are doing. So come on in and say hi while I wait for Miss Cheryl to stream me in to the Crafty Bunch. Looks like just got a couple of minutes here to wait, so just a pleasure to see everybody. Well, hi Teresa, you made it. Awesome Blossom. Awesome, I'm so glad to see you. This has been a fun day, the Crafty Bunch today, and it's going to be fun tomorrow too. So anywho, if you jump on, just say hi and let me know if my comments are working. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you so much for sharing me. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So this is a wonderful event that is being held. I'm going to just make sure here that I get pulled in on the other side so I can see the comments. Okay, so this is an event that is being held here on the Crafty Bunch page today in celebration of Cheryl's first anniversary of being the organizer of this wonderful group of people. I joined the Crafty Bunch, it's just been a few months ago, and I have loved every minute of it. So, number one, if you aren't a member of the Crafty Bunch page, you go and join that because you're missing out on a lot of fun stuff. Secondly, this celebration today and tomorrow is for our wonderful friend Heidi with Joyful Artistry and her husband Kevin. Kevin was recently diagnosed with cancer and is having a long bout of treatments, and during this time is unable to work. So if you've ever been in a situation like that, we have, it is tough. And so anything that we can do to help my wonderful friend Heidi and her husband will be greatly appreciated. So in the comments, you're going to see a lot of little posts that are going to come from Cheryl, from Mama P's, or they'll come from the Crafty Bunch with instructions on what you need to do today or tonight while you're watching my presentation, because the item that I am going to create is I'm going to auction it off at the end, and 100% of the proceeds of this go to Heidi and her husband Kevin. I will cover your shipping, and everything else is going to be shipped off to you. So I see some of my friends. Glinda, hi. Hello, there's my sweet, precious Heidi. And if you're not following the Joyful Artistry by Heidi, you need to get on it and get her done, because I learned so much when I first started doing my journals and things like that. I've learned so much and continue to learn so much from my sweet, beautiful friend Heidi. So Heidi, we love you and Kevin very much. And we're just praying God's abundant blessings upon you. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I have an hour tonight. But this here was my inspiration piece. I have had this doily for probably 6 months. And I couldn't part with it. But hi Linda, I finally made the decision yesterday that this is what I'm going to do. So everybody come on in, Peggy, hello, my friend. Hi, Patsy and Vonna and Linda and Daryl. I just love seeing all of you. So let's just get started so we can get this done for our friend Heidi and Kevin, okay? So I have this canvas tonight that is 18 inch by 18 inch. Hi, Donna. Thank you. Isn't it gorgeous? I got that doily on one of my antiquing ventures. So this is an 18 inch and I have covered it in a coat of gesso. So it's nice and slippery for me to apply my paint that I'm going to do as the base coat. So on this one here, I've struggled with knowing what I want to do on the base coat of this. So if you don't normally watch Moments with Celeste, I invite you, of course, to follow me. But I love doing mixed media and I love doing journaling and paper crafting. So, and then I do home decor type of things. You can see some of the things back there that I've done. So that's what we're going to do tonight is a mixed media. So I'm going to take, and I think I'm going to start with this lighter color of Golden Straw. And I'm just going to put a few dots on here. I'm going to sit you down so you can see it a little bit better because it is a big piece. And I'm just going to come through here and I'm just going to drop some little drops of my Golden Straw, which is a beautiful yellow, perfect for the fall, right? Oh, thank you so much, Donna. That was a gift from my friend who gifted me all those doilies. And she showed up here at my house one day when she lived in Branson, Missouri. I'm in Omaha. And she came in with all these things that she wanted me to help her with. And I thought, well, this is kind of unusual because she likes to do things and surprise me with things, but I had no clue. And so what she did is we got these created, got it all created, and then she said, this is yours. So I have enjoyed that. Nothing better than good friends, right? So now I'm putting a few drops of buttermilk paint on this, just drops. Because I don't want to oversaturate it. Put a little spot down here. And then up here, I think I'm going to go with the traditional burnt sienna from DecoArt. Because it has a little bit of a rusty color, so I don't want it to be real dark, but we'll just see how this turns out. So cross your fingers and say a prayer. Cross your fingers and say a prayer. Oh, don't we, Donna? We sure do. So there you see Mama P's Crafty Creations has put her welcome on in our comments for all of you. And you read through those and you're going to learn all the details of what we need to do tonight when I get ready to auction this lovely piece. So I have a cosmetic brush. Some of you have seen me do this technique. I actually learned this from my daughter Lori, who saw this on Pinterest back about 3-4 years ago. I just went and grabbed a cosmetic brush. Now I'm a little worried because it's getting hard, but we'll see if it still works. So with these dots that I have put on my canvas, I'm going to start, and I'm just going to start swirling. And I'm going to swirl across, and it's going to pull in here some of the darker colors, and then we're going to get it all blended nicely. Now, I don't want this to be blended to the point that it's one solid color. I want to still be able to see all the different colors that are going to be in this. So, I can tell my little hard bristles are not wanting to. If you don't have the hard bristles, it kind of takes it and just as a softer feel. But I definitely think we're getting our little fall colors here, are we not? Okay, I'm going to dab over here and grab some of this browns, this burnt sienna. I'm going to come up here in this corner, come down to the edge. And then I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to add some more paint. Because after I get this done, I can tell I need a little more paint. And I really don't want to get this all over me. The blame me? Okay, let's put a little more brown in here in a couple of spots. Isn't this fun? This is such a fun technique, you guys. And you guys, I encourage you to try it because it makes some pretty things. It's just, it really does. You're never going to get the same look. I'm going to come over here and add a little more. I'm squiggling it, but that'll be okay. Let's put some more drops on. Round and round is the trick. Okay. And we're going to cover up most of the white. This reminds me so much of back when we all used to do the kind of the Tuscan look of the sponge painting on our walls. Did any of you do that? I did. Hello, Ruth. Welcome. Thank you all for popping in to support this event tonight for our dear friend. First of all, Miss Cheryl, I just feel like I need to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the Crafty Bunch. Happy birthday to you. All right. And then for my dear friends, we're going to this has just been a great day of watching amazing people. Oh, some of the things that have been made have just blown my mind. Okay, you see the technique I've got there? So now I'm going to come over here, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of more rust up here, just a little smidgen dot. And then I'm going to do some more. This is my absolute favorite color of my acrylic paints. It's the Golden Straw, and I love this. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. We're going to add a little more. Covering up some of all that white there. But then I don't want to lose my technique of my brushy funness, right? Okay, spread it over here a little bit. You just keep playing with it until you get the texture that you want. Come down here and do the edge. And I can see my little hard brush marks are making some little scratches, but I think that's kind of cool. So, okay. Add a little more yellow over here. And a little bit of the buttermilk white, creamy color. Hello, Pat Mize. How are you today, my dear friend? Okay. So you see how just by adding some more drops of different colors, you can change the tone. Okay, now, because it is doing that scratchy stuff, I am going to take this bigger brush now and just kind of lightly go in and kind of just maybe a little, but I don't think I really need to because like I said, I kind of like that scratchy effect that it's done. Okay, that's where I'm going to end it because you know my doily is going to cover most of this. So there we go. What do you think of that? Do you think this is something you could easily do? I do. Now, I am going to paint the sides here, but I think I'll wait till the very end to do that so that I can play around with it. I'm going to have to use my blow dryer here for a second. Hello, Angela. Hi, Mary Jo. My friend Mitzi is here. I've been looking forward to doing this event since I signed up for it weeks ago. Any way I can do to help celebrate people, celebrate Heidi, and celebrate Kevin, celebrate Cheryl, in any way, I want to do it. Thank you. The sunflower plaque behind me was one that I did on a live a while back. And half of it is done with a rice paper decoupage, and that's the one that's the girl. I don't know if you can see it from clear back there. But I loved it too. I got that lovely paper from Magically Rustic Design. Okay, let's see if that's dry. Now, like I said, I'm leaving some of the white is going to be showing through, okay? And that's on purpose. I want some of that to come through. Now, the fun stuff. Of course, I think this part was pretty fun. The first time my daughter and I did that technique, oh my gosh, we were painting everything. Anything we could get a hold of. Okay, now I'm going to want to adhere my beautiful sunflower doily. And I want to just make sure see what it's going to be like. Isn't that going to make a nice cheery display on somebody's wall or wherever the winning bidder decides to place this? And I'm going to put this down with Fabri-Tac. Well, thank you so much, Be the Light by Melanie. It's good to have you following my page. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Ray May. Hi, Capri, my dear friend. Oh, thank you. Now, I want to make sure I get this, so it's going to be kind of even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the top, and I'm going to put the tip up here, and I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac right on some of the edging of this doily. This, I'm not kidding you, like I said, I found this doily at my favorite antique mall about 6 months ago, and of all the sales I've had, when I sell all my doilies and things that I find, I could not part with this. And now I know why, right? Now I know why. Okay. And I don't need to do every single little piece here, just enough to make sure that it's going to stay on, which we all know if you use Fabri-Tac, that stuff's on there for good, right? So let's pull that up a tad bit and press it down. And I just want to make sure that I get it evenly spaced on the sides. And that's for me because it drives me crazy when things are not. When you think you have it done. Oh, this is a lucky live. We'll be randomly scrolling the comments during the live to pick someone to win a party favor. Hey, hey, hey. That's going to be fun. Gonna be a random drawing. Wonder who's going to win it. It was meant for this Advent. Yes, it was definitely meant for this. And there's nobody I'd rather give it to even than Heidi at this time. So, okay. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting this down. Now, I'm not even going to have to worry too much about the middle of it because these sides are going to be pretty good. I hope I got it on the straight now. Now I look at it and I think, is it? Push it in a little bit. Okay. And hi, Tanya. Hello, Marie. Anelda. Do you have your mom's doily like that? What a treasure. What a treasure. You know, I don't have a whole lot from my mom. Not that she didn't have a lot that I could have had. But, you know, I was younger. I was only in my early 30s when my mom passed. And, you know, the things that you appreciate at 30 are very different than what you appreciate as you get a little older. And so she loved things like this. Loved it. Now, one thing I did get, it's a ecru crocheted bedspread that my dad gave to me. And I love that. I still use it. I put it on display on my sofa. I just love it. So, I know my sister, she got a really pretty tea set that my mom and dad had for a long time. And I think it was brass. Actually, it was probably, I don't know if it was my mom and dad's, it might have been my grandma's. Fabri-Tac is exactly what I'm using here. Fabri-Tac, it'll hold everything, including your engine of your car together. I truly believe it could probably do that. This stuff, my goodness, when you get it on something, it holds, and it holds quickly. So you don't have to just use it for fabric. You can use it for anything, but the only thing I don't care about it is that it has a very strong odor, like airplane glue. So sometimes it gets me to get a little choked up if I do it too long. But other than that, it's amazing. Hi, Mary Jo. Tanya, I have my baby blanket my grandmother made for me. What a treasure. What a treasure. Gosh. Those are the sweet things, aren't they? Okay, I'm just going to go up now around. I've got it all put up there. I'm just going to touch up my edges so they don't curl. Make sure I have them down good. And let's see. Get it over here. Now the nice thing about this, when it dries, you don't smell it at all. It's not like that clear acrylic paint or spray that we put on things. Okay, now I'm going to lift this up, and I'm just going to go right under here, put a little bit right there, and then I'm just going to put some dabs in here in the middle. And the reason for that is because we're going to put something else on here, and I want it to hold, which I know it will, but you know, just in case. All right, press that down. So there's what we've got so far. Everybody see that? Now, that's so true. Hopefully my boys and granddaughters will want to keep something of my things. I also have a kit of things from my grandparents, great-grandparents, and even a few things. Wow, that is wonderful, Raina. That is wonderful. Okay, you ready for the next part? So in the middle here, I am putting this big sunflower right here in the middle. And that's going to require some more gluing. You only met her a few times as a baby. I don't remember her, but it is an honor to, oh, yes. It is truly an honor when we have things like that. One of the other things I have, it's so funny, me and my friend were just talking about this last night. She came over here for a little bit. And one of the things that I have is a teacup set, China teacup set. My mom collected those. And I kept it, and I turned it upside down, and I have a little bird nest on it. And it sits in my living room all the time. Okay, see if that'll hold on. There's that. Whoa, isn't that? Oh my gosh. Now, I have this button, and it's kind of a leathery button. I don't know. Hi, Floyce. Make sure you join, follow Moments with Celeste. Would love to get to know you. Anybody that's newbies on here, would absolutely love to have you follow my page and enjoy our times together. And make sure you're following the Crafty Bunch. Okay, so I'm putting this button in first. So do you see what I did? Okay. And then I'm going to put this little sparkly piece. Oh, Tanya, that's cool. I love sunflowers. I do. I love going to sunflower fields here not too far from Omaha. in a small town called Valley, Nebraska. There's a big farm and they have a sunflower festival every year. And oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm taking that and I'm going to push that on there for a minute. And wash that off my hands. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the party, to the birthday party. Woot, woot, Cheryl. Woot, woot. Okay. Now, I have kind of toyed around with what I want to do here. And then today I remember, I'm going to see if I can make this work. But look at this. This is vintage bed skirt trim. That cotton is so soft on there, but look at the pattern on that. So I got a big piece of it and they're all strips, so I've been stripping off and I'm going to, I think, use this, and I've kind of tried to figure out how I want to use it. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the corner of each of the corners. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. Now I do have this doily, but I don't have very much of it. But if I do it right, let me see if I can make this happen. I haven't tried this, so I'm wondering what that would look like if I put a piece of that down here and then we do this over that. I think that'll be pretty. Now I just got to figure out, and I probably didn't bring my ruler in here. So let's see what we can do, if we can make that happen with what I have. So if I take this piece of, and this is a coffee stained piece I had done a long time ago. I've already used some of it. But if I take some of this, and let's just say we go about right here, okay, to make a corner piece, and then see if I can do the same thing by using this as a pattern. Let me see, here's a corner over here. Okay. So you see, I love to do mixed media as much as I love to do journaling because it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing, except this is a much, you know, it gives you a little bit wider canvas, right? So let's see if that one will work over here. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's do another one. Oh, thank you, Pat. Thank you. I have fun doing this with all of you. I really do. Okay, now let's take this piece here and see if I can cut where this corner was at. And then I'm going to cut around. Okay, go across here first. And then, whoopsie, don't do that to me. Don't you move like that. Okay, then we're going to come up here and snip this off. And then, I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. What kind of a presenter am I? Okay, so there's 3 of them, so I need 1 more. Oh, that's going to be, I think this is going to look pretty good, guys. You guys better get your bidding fingers ready so we can get a bid on this for Heidi. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to have to come over here and play a little bit. I come up here, come down here, and I'm going to cut across the bottom, just using my pattern. So afraid I'm going to cut the other doily. Wouldn't that be awful? But you know, everything is fixable, right? Okay. And then we've got that there. And we're going to come down here and trim this off. Now I've got, ta-da, I did it. Whew. Now let's get these put on with the stinky glue. And I am going to, like I said, I am going to come back and I'm going to cover up the edges, but for now I want to get this all on first. Just kind of piece it in there. A little bit here. Okay, so there's the first corner. Now let's come over and do this corner. Oh, Peggy, I've been told that a lot. In fact, the other day, I found somebody sent me a thing. It's 2 coffee cups talking to each other. And it says something about, if we're someplace where we're not supposed to laugh, don't look at me. That's me. And so my brother and sister and I are all, I mean, I'm the one. They're not. They're both very stoic, more stoic and introverted. And I'm the extrovert in the middle. And so I sent it to my older brother. I said, and I just sent it. He sent it back. He says, I've never looked at you in my life where it hasn't been funny. Oh, he's so funny. Never in my life have I looked at you when it wasn't funny. Okay. And we don't know where my brother and my sister got it because both of my parents were pretty extroverted, very much. You know, and so my sister and brother are like, well, where did they get this? How they ended up being so quiet? You put all of this together perfectly. Oh, thank you, Pat. I try. Now, I do credit a lot of this ability that I have to my mom, because my mom and I used to spend time crafting and sewing in the day back when I was younger. And my mother was a perfectionist to the T. And she was the kind of person that when I sewed something and I'd show her, look, Mom, look what I did. She'd look, oh, that's gorgeous, and turn around and look to see if the seams were sheared and if they were ironed down. I'm not quite that extent. Okay, there's that. Now you can't really see it, but it's there, I promise. So now the next step we're going to do, because what I'm doing is I'm just layering and I'm adding different textures. I love that on my artwork. So I'm going to take this piece of this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over, so I'll have to trim it off. And I think I got to decide if I want the little, which one's the top. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this so that it's going to be even. Okay. And I can actually wrap it down around the edges. Let's just glue one on and see how it looks. You see what I'm doing? So it's overlapping that. This is where the doilies at, the coffee one. Hi, Ann. How are you? Hi, Lori Beth. You're never late. Are you ever late, Lori Beth? I don't know. I don't know. Lori Beth was almost 3 weeks late when she arrived for us. I think that should have set the pattern, right, girl? I mean, I think I did set the pattern, not that it should. Okay, now, let's see here. I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to come just across the little bitty bottom. I'm going to press this on. Again, I just want to add some more textures and pretties on here. If you don't like all the textures and pretties and you decide you want to do something like this, you can definitely do it, you know, however would work for you. I know my challenge here is going to be getting these to be even all across. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking right there. Okay, then we'll come over here and try it on this one. I can't either, Tanya. I can't either. Lori, I was telling them how you're the one that showed me how to do that paint technique that I did. You didn't see the beginning, but Lori, my daughter, is the one that introduced that to me. Okay, so let's go up here. I keep all my little bits and pieces, of course, you know. And then we're going to come back down here and come across to right about there. Let's just cut that while I'm sitting here. Okay. All right. Maybe we can see it a little bit better. Hi, Regina. Okay, which one did I just cut this off of? Is it that way? Okay. And put that on. Oops. Pull it over. Come on. I'll just stretch it out. Thank goodness fabric stretches, right? Okay. Put that one up, and we'll get this one pulled over a little bit better. Then I'll come back and trim it up when we get her all done. Okay, got that. Then we'll come over and do these corners. And let's see, it's going to go this way. I'm glad I have these little triangle guides, because those were all, you know, fit just perfectly. And gives me a nice little way to follow it. So I did the thicker on the bottom. Okay. Here. Little bit more so it's not off track. Let's try this again. Here we go. Don't fall asleep on me, guys. Don't fall asleep. Okay, and then we're going to pull it out here. Put that one on. And then the last piece we'll do over here, and then I'll go back and trim it all up. We will be starting the auction in 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh my goshers. Here, let me get this one done. Okay, hang on, let's keep her going. Watch for the auction, guys, because if you want this beautiful piece, okay, it is a beauty. It would make a great statement piece. I'm going to get it all trimmed off. I'm going to do the edges in a metallic gold. And then I'm going to look and see. I might add some little stamping around it, but I'm not sure if I'll do that. But I'm going to have this all done up for whoever the lucky winner is that's going to auction and get the highest bid on this. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to come up here and trim it off. Now, when I get off, since I didn't get it done here, I might come in and add a little bit of distressed ink on the white piece here, just to kind of grungy it up so it looks like it's out in the sunflower field. And it is going to be a pretty one when it gets all finished, I promise. I had it in my head I had a little more time tonight, but I guess I got it wrong. But that's okay. Okay, they're off. They're there for little. Let's see what I did over here. I'm going to redo this one because I put him down too low. He needs to come up higher here. Okay. Then we'll get that stretched out over here. And I missed the beginning. Did you say where the doily came from? I actually got my doily about 6 months ago at one of my favorite antique shops here in Omaha. Well, it's not in Omaha, but it's close by Omaha. Okay. Just do a little stretching here. I may go back and just put a new one on that because it'll come right off with there for me. But that's what we have. And I have a few more things I wanted to add on here. So, but I think it's turned out pretty. I do have some of this that I might put somewhere, but I might not. So I'm not even sure at this point what we'll do. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. And see, we've got Becky Hammond has bid $40. Thank you. Oh, who got that? I missed them. Oh, okay. Lucky winner message in the letter your address, and she will get your party favor on the way. That's for the party favor. Congratulations to Missy Meha. Send me your mailing address, and I'll get you the party favor. And Becky Hammonds is at $40 on the bidding for this project here. And we'll just kind of play here and see. I've got some buttons that are all the colors of this that I think I'm going to probably add across here on the top of each of these. So $60 from Vonna. Thank you. $60 for Vonna. Anybody else want to go higher than $60 for Heidi and Kevin? This is for Heidi and Kevin. 18 by 18 inch. $75 Sherry Brown. Awesome. Awesome. Who else do we have out there for Sherry or for Kevin and Heidi? Kevin and Heidi. And that'll all be finished up for you. So this is awesome, you guys. Anybody over 75? Sherry's got it at 75 so far. Anybody else going to go a little higher? It's going to have buttons along here. $80 for Daryl. Woohoo! Way to go, Daryl. Way to go. Anybody over 80? While you're doing that, I'll get this top piece trimmed off. Anybody? Anybody? How fun. Isn't that pretty? Won't that look beautiful for the fall coming up? I just love it. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to this one. $80 right now for Daryl. We're watching for the stop. Cheryl will put a stop when the bidding is done. Anybody want to go over 80? For Kevin and Heidi. Kevin and Heidi, and this will make their day to be able to get some of these extra resources that they're needing. Okay. Anybody? Two more minutes. Whoa, okay, 2 more minutes. Anybody over 80? It's an 18 by 8 and 18 inches. You can hang it. You can put it on the wall like that one is up there. Bidding is open for 2 more minutes. We have 2 more minutes here. Awesome blossom. Awesome blossom. Then I'm also on this one too. I'm going to include this lovely little tag that I had made, and it's made out of chipboard, so it's going to go with this as well. And it is great to use for, you know, if you do journaling or do mixed media, any of that. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I didn't see the stop, but Do we still have time, Cheryl? We still have time going? Thank you. That'll be for the lucky winner on this one. It's going to get this as well. And it's a 6-inch. Okay. Well, it looks like, was it, oh, who was our big winner? Who was our big winner? Let's see here. I'm terrible. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it very much. Daryl Griffith for $80. Congratulations, Daryl. So you're going to get this on the tag and message me your mailing address, and I'm going to get this put in the mail for you. And I want to thank all of you guys for popping in. And you can watch the next one, okay? Thanks, Sherry. Bye-bye, Ann.